to my channel. I am back in my normal studio today, and you will notice I'm also not alone again. I have invited my wonderful friend Esmee to join me for this video, and we're going to be talking all about female body confidence.
Oh yeah.
And things in the industry that we've experienced. I wanted to get Esmee on because I know that she's obviously an actress as well, and she's currently developing her own honest kind of web series called Flat 21. So she's in the throes of developing that, and they've got content out online. They've got a teaser episode.
Two teaser episodes, yeah.
And yeah, so we'll have a little discussion.
So growing up, yeah, I've always fluctuated, as you know. I'll go through stages where I'm like, yeah, loving myself at the moment, loving the whole thing that's going on, and then I'll go through stages where I'm like, nah, I'm fat, cellulite everywhere, not loving it. And I think I'll always go through that really, and it's just sort of a process of getting to just feel natural in your own sort of body in a way. Does that sound weird?
Yeah, I think I've done the same. Like, I fluctuated madly. Like, as a teenager I put on a lot of weight, especially when I went on the pill. And going through like secondary school, I was never really very confident and comfortable in my own skin. It got pointed out to me a lot at school, my size did, and then I think obviously going forward into the acting industry, you become horrendously aware of what people think of your bodies.
Yeah.
I had it very obviously pointed out to me at one point that I had confidence issues, and the reason the person thought I had confidence issues was because of my size. Yeah, so I had that pointed out to me very early on in my like career, that I had confidence issues because of my size, and it wasn't that I had confidence issues because of my size. I was still young and discovering stuff, and that stuck with me for a long time. And
that it would instantly put it in your head as well.
Yeah.
You know, oh, okay. Well, is there something wrong with me, sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. And I've definitely avoided, because of that. I think I avoided certain kinds of castings. Yeah. For a long time. So yeah, what about you in terms of films and
sort of
acting?
One of the very first things that I sort of did when I got back into acting was I did like a music video, which was like an R&B style music video. It was like, you know, and the casting call was sort of like, oh, you know, this sort of type of person, you know, sort of looks and sexy but innocent. What? I don't know why I went for it, but I was very young and naive in my career, like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. So I got it, which was really exciting. And when I got there, it was sort of, well, not to my knowledge, it was one of the scenes was basically lying on a bed in a t-shirt and socks up to past my knees. Nice. Hadn't shaved my legs, because I didn't know that was a part of it. So I was freaking out in the toilet like, razor, and there wasn't one. So I just sort of had this long top on with, you know, socks on. I was lying on this bed, and instantly running through my head was like, cellulite, can see all my cellulite. And I remember just laying there, and I couldn't get myself into the mindset, because I was so kind of shocked with being presented with, oh, you've got to now change into this top and wear, you know, socks over your knees. I was just a bit sort of freaking out. And then the second bit was, had to take my top off and shake my tits. No, I'm joking. No, but I had to take my top off, and basically, so I had high-waisted jeans on. I had to sort of turn, so my back was to the camera, hold myself and sort of look behind me. And I remember running through my head at the time as well, I was like, oh my god, my fat's coming over my jeans, oh my god, and I was trying to contort myself, and like, I was holding myself, and it was just not a very nice experience. And I came out a bit like, ooh, like, that was weird. I was very, very, very self-conscious at that point in my life, and for not even knowing that I had to do that, going into, you don't want to look professional, do you? You don't want to be like, oh, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah, but then at the same time, that should have kind of maybe been explained.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
on the thing, and I think that's an issue, isn't it? Like, I think it's a lot more kind of, people are a lot more aware of it now, so it's less of an issue. Yeah. But certainly, I know when I started out, there was stuff that you'd go up for a casting and you'd be like, oh, this sounds like a good part, you'd apply for it. There was one particular time when somebody contacted me and they sent me the script, and it was almost pornographic.
Oh, yeah.
None of that
Yeah.
was in the casting breakdown at all. They
Yeah.
just said that they wanted this kind of character, and this, and this happens to them, and it needs to be somebody between this age and this age.
Yeah.
So none of the sex stuff was
Yeah.
put on the but I think now a lot more people are being
Yeah.
quite upfront on casting breakdowns, which is obviously
good.
better. But yeah, I certainly went through the same thing when I was, like I said, very, very self-conscious.
Yeah.
Obviously being a curvier woman, and I'm not saying obviously like being body conscious or like having like struggles with self-esteem, like body confidence, is exclusively a curvier woman's problem, because I think every woman and man as well, I think everyone goes through it, but
Yeah,
certainly
definitely.
as somebody who was curvier, there were a number of times, like I said, that I was made aware of my size
Yes, yeah.
as if it was a problem, and
Yeah.
it took me a long time to kind of jump past that. And I think one of the first things for me was working on one of my partner Liam's Woman at Nightmare series.
Yeah.
We did a film called Size Matters. But basically when we were kind of talking about the idea, because I do a lot of production work with Liam, you know this, you've worked with him. We were talking about the idea, and because we were trying to establish a character within and a story within a very short space of time, obviously a minute, we thought it would kind of get the thing across a bit better.
Yes, yeah.
With a curvier person. And we'd spoken about this, and I hadn't had any kind of designs on playing that particular part, and then
Yeah.
Liam said to me, "Oh, you should do it." And I was like, what? Because the role basically involves me being in my underwear.
Yeah.
And purposefully grabbing hold of bits of myself that
Yes,
I
yeah.
didn't like, and it obviously the character doesn't like, but it was very much, I felt like I was quite mirrored in the character, so
Yeah.
I was having to grab hold of like my arms, which I don't like my arms, and my
Yeah.
stomach, and I knew what it was going to be, and I was really struggling with it, and I kind of tentatively agreed, thinking, oh, I'll be brave, I can do it,
Yeah.
I can do it.
You go.
And it was up until probably about 2 hours before we shot where I was like, I don't think I can do it. Like, I
Yeah.
had a big wobble where I was like, I really don't think I can do the role. And then Liam, bless him, ended up actually taking his top off and putting a picture, putting a picture of himself on social media, because he as well has obviously, like we said, it's not just women that struggle with this thing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
He's had moments where he's not so confident about, I mean, I don't think he needs to, because I think he's absolutely perfect.
Beautiful.
He's one of these amazing directors that will never ask an actor to do something that he wouldn't be
wouldn't do.
comfortable doing himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of made me kind of go, right, okay, no, you can do it. And I was so scared when the film came out of what
Yeah.
people were going to
I
say.
remember, yeah.
But the response was
Amazing. wasn't it?
amazing to it, and that was like the first thing for me that started to turn
Turn the tables.
the tables and think, well, actually, no, there is a place for
Yeah.
curvier women to tell their stories in
Yeah.
film, and there is a need for women of all body shapes, and that was where I think I first started to find my footing with being more comfortable, and I think that started to really affect like my acting as well, because I
Yeah.
think you have to be, it's horrible,
Yeah.
you have to go through a lot, you have to do a lot of work on yourself, but I think you have to be fairly confident in yourself as an actor to be able
Yes.
to then portray
Yeah.
other roles.
Characters. Yeah. No, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Did you kind of have like an epiphany moment?
For me, it's been very recent that I've had that. With again Flat 21. Shout out, hey Georgie. With Flat 21, the whole sort of ethos behind it is showcasing the real woman, basically. You know,
Yeah.
real things that happen. So periods, contraceptives, cellulite, fat rolls, double chins, which I've got. I have like a 5 chin. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like a thumb. I like a thumb.
Like a worm.
When we were sort of toying with the ideas for Flat 21 and creating Flat 21, the script and everything, we decided to start doing like an Instagram and put little sort of videos or pictures up. And I sort of found my foot in there really, because I'd just be sitting there going, okay, let's do one about cellulite. Let's do my cellulite. And I'd sort of sit and be like, right, get a sort of zoom in on it. And we just started putting it on, and people, would laugh and people would like it, and And I think now, if anything, I want to show that side of me. I want to show my roles. I want to show, you know, the bits that I've always been so insecure about, which I still am. I mean, getting in a bikini for me is a big thing, and and that's all still very real. And of course, it's a process, and it's relationship with your body at the end of the day. You're gonna go through ups and downs.
But I think with obviously Flat 21 and stuff with that's happening in kind of filmmaking and TV, there's a lot more stuff that's more body positive for people.
100%.
I mean, if you'd have asked me 5 years ago if I'd have been comfortable being the size that I currently am, I would have been like, no, like not at all. Like there are bits of me that I would not have got out, that I would not have worn a bikini, like, not in a million years. But I did a production of American Idiot 2 years ago now, and there was a scene in that, well, there was a song in that called Favourite Son. If any of you have seen the show, you'll know it's very much kind of old school style military propaganda, where it's like, come and join the military and you'll get all these sexy women. And when we got told what the costume was going to be, it was like hot pants and crop tops, and I was like, first you want me to wear hot pants, which I don't have the worst relationship with my legs, but then you add that to also wearing a crop top, and my area for me has always been my stomach, and I was like, oh my god, I was absolutely petrified, but I was like, no, I can do this. It's a musical, I'm a massive Green Day fan, so I always wanted to be in the show, so I was like, no, suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. And then we came to a costume run, and I was like about being in this costume, like, oh, I can't do it. But then there was a bunch of girls, and we were all different heights, different shapes, different sizes, all different body types. It was amazing, and the team behind it were like, right, let's just get the costume run out of the way, let's have a respectful run. And I remember the rest of the cast, it was mostly the lads that were in the cast that weren't in that number, stood up at the end and they were like, you all look amazing, like, this is so great. And then I remember when we did the show, so many people came to see us after the show when we went out to kind of meet and greet the audience, where it was like, that bit was my favourite bit, and it was a lot of younger girls as well, like that song was my favourite song, because like you all looked like phenomenal, and it was so empowering, especially like sitting in the audience,
younger girls, you need to see that,
and it was so like seeing all different women of all different sizes being on the stage looking sexy, doing all the like sexy dance moves, singing and looking like sick doing
powerhouses,
and it was like so empowering, and that was like huge for me. I was like, I, who have very little confidence in my curves and swerves, have just been on stage in a crop top and hot pants, and other women have come up to me and the rest of the girls who were in that number and said that they found it empowering. And that was like light bulb moment for me. I was like, oh my god, why have I wasted so much time not appreciating my body?
I remember when you came back off your holiday with Liam, and I remember I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw...
Was this the Florida?
Yes, I saw that picture of you in a bikini at, what was it?
Volcano
Bay, and I was like, queen. Queen. I literally liked it. I was like, yes, commenting, like, because you looked amazing, and you looked...
But I felt good, like, I went to Florida, I've been very lucky, we've been to Florida 2 years on the bounce, and the first time we went to Florida, someone's doing well. No, we went to Florida the first time was just after I did American Idiot, and I wore a bikini, and I was strutting around Volcano Bay like, I'm in a bikini, and I feel really good, look at me go, look at me go, but then didn't actually have a picture in my bikini, and it wasn't until we went back last year that I said to Liam, I want a picture
doing it
in the water in Volcano Bay. I'll put the picture like here if I can. This picture, and I made Liam take a picture of me. I was like, Instagram husband, take a picture of me. And I put it on social media, and I was like, I never would have, without doing those couple of things like Size Matters and doing American Idiot, I would never in a million years have posted that picture. I mean, and that wasn't, I didn't airbrush it, I put a filter on it, but I didn't change anything.
No.
And if you'd have asked me to put a bikini picture on my Instagram 5 years ago, I would have been like, Photoshop the out of it, get rid of all of this and make me look like a size 10. But
that's not you.
No, it's not me.
It's not you.
And I've definitely come to appreciate what I am a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And in terms of like acting, I think that's had a huge effect, because while obviously I want to play like a multitude of different roles, like I've become very selective, is that the right word, of kind of what castings I respond to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because of things that might be in the brief,
yes.
which I know is something that you wanted to talk about, with certain things that get put in casting briefs. Now, I will say I understand that for certain roles, certain sized women are what is needed.
There's a character.
There's a character, there's an existing costume, or they're going for a certain style. Yeah. But I do not have time for these castings that have absolutely no need to make a comment on a woman's size, but think that they're or body that think they're entitled to say must be pretty but not this, must be sexy but not this, must have a good cleavage. Well, why? Why does that need to?
It's not happening.
You have nice boobs.
It's one of those where it's just ridiculous. Like the amount, like we've both seen these casting calls that come up. Like it's ridiculous. Like one we saw the other day about the breasts. Yeah, so it was basically like,
must be prepared to wear a low cut top, cleavage will be on show.
Yes. But no nudity.
No nudity, but your cleavage will be on show.
You go see your cleavage.
So you must have nice boobs.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because what was it? It's predominantly male.
Yeah, because it was a male audience.
Yeah. Only reason.
Well, maybe that's the kind of male audience that I don't want watching the films that I'm in. I think we've come so far.
Yeah.
In the industry, but I think there's a lot more. And I'm not saying, don't say that you need a size 10 woman, but just consider the fact that maybe you don't need a size 10 woman, or equally you don't need a size 18 woman.
Yeah.
Obviously there are certain roles that you are going to need certain sizes for, but think about why.
Yeah.
I think this is, I'm going to big him up, A, because he's my partner, but B, because he makes really good films, but this is something that like Liam is really good at, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really been, obviously like Size Matters was a different kettle of fish, and but that was within a need for that kind of size casting. But I think he's really good at showcasing all women.
Yeah, definitely.
I think like when we did The Final Girl, there was 6 women in that. So there was Jess, who you saw on my last video. Hey Jess. And then there was Tonya and Chloe, me and you and Rachel.
Yeah.
All different body shapes, all different sizes, but
all different looks.
But we all kind of came together and were celebrated equally.
It made it, didn't it?
In that film. And I think
definitely.
that's like, I want to see more of that in the industry.
100%. I know so many filmmakers, directors that are flipping amazing, incredible. The projects that I've worked on, I've never, apart from that first music video that I did, I've never felt uncomfortable. If I turn around and say, don't feel comfortable doing that, or don't feel comfortable wearing that, straight away, okay, fair enough, let's find something else for you to wear, or like you bring your own clothes sort of thing. And we're very lucky to know such amazing people in the industry that respect you and respect your wishes, and it's about the talent, if anything. It's about
I think that was like a big thing, whereas there have been times, particularly on one job, where I was made to feel like a bag of because of my size, and I was made to feel like I had zero talent because of my size, and that was horrendously like damaging for me. Like size is not talent dependent, talent is not size dependent.
100%.
And there have been, not as significant as that particular time, but there have been times where I've had feedback from auditions, from self-tapes, where it's been like, you're a really good actress, but we wouldn't consider you for the role because you're too big, or you're a really great actress, you'd be even better if you lost weight. I actually had that feedback once. You would be a better actress if you were skinny. Being skinny is just going to make me look different. It's not going to change how good of an actor I am. And that winds me up. Like, that really gets on my nerves when people try to justify your talent based on your size, and their expectations of your body. Trying to justify not liking somebody's audition tape because of their size is just like, what even is that?
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous.
On so many levels.
Have you ever had anything like that? Like, have you ever had any weird kind of comments on your physique for a role?
On my physique, luckily no. But as you know, I've not put myself out there a crazy amount. Like, I'm yet to get an agent and things like that. So I know that it's coming, and I know, and I'm so glad that I've got people around me, you know, like you, Jess, Georgie, so many people that I know in the industry that are amazing and have been through that process, and I can sort of, you know, fall back and know that you guys can support with that.
And I think you're kind of lucky, like, now you're kind of going into it more, is times are changing.
Yeah.
And the change that's coming about, I think, is definitely because there are more outspoken people out there.
I think we've both sort of said we'll always vow to be completely on, especially when it comes to social media, just being completely honest, showing the bits that aren't so, you know, favourable, and bits that you don't really like, but bits that are completely normal to have. I know that it's a very personal thing, but being a female, you do get sometimes you get judged on, you know, the way you look, as in like your boobs and the way your vagina looks. That's a big, like, a designer vagina is like a big thing at the moment.
Yes, that phrase makes me want to, like,
claw my
vomit
face off.
And claw my face off and scream into a pillow. Like, women are being made to think that they have to pay somebody to dissect their vagine to make it look a certain way. Like, what even is that?
Yeah, I know.
Why
Why
we
women have
like, a vagina is a magical thing,
and you are lucky to ever see it.
Yeah, and why should we be made to feel like it has to look a certain way, and it has to be like hairless, or it can't have too much hair, or it can't, you know, you can't have like
labia is a no.
Yeah, you can't have a labia. God, how offensive!
Jesus!
Oh my God! All vaginas are perfectly fine.
And I think what you know, I watched a programme of Naked Attraction, and that programme needs to be banned from TV. Like, it is the way that I just watched it, and the way that the guy commented on, I think his comment was something like, "No, it's really good. Yeah, I hate it when it's all hanging out like a cabbage." Like, it was just like, do you know a young girl watching that, and this is on like national TV. It wasn't even that late. I think it was like 8 o'clock, and then a young girl watching that would instantly go, "Oh, well, if I've got that, is that wrong? Is that?"
Yeah.
And these are subjects that need to be spoken about, because young girls growing up need to know that it's absolutely okay to have small boobs, big boobs, fat rolls, every single shape of vagina, like everything. It's cellulite.
Cellulite. Oh my God, that was a massive thing. I remember, like, growing up as a woman and looking at like magazine covers, and it was like 18 ways to rid cellulite.
Yeah. Why? Cellulite's
the thing, and stretch marks. Oh my God, I remember being so ashamed of my stomach at one point, because when I went on the contraceptive pill, I put on quite a lot of weight quite quickly, and I ended up with stretch marks over my stomach and down like my love handle kind of area, and I hated them. And all it was my body becoming more
just changing,
curvaceous,
just changing,
and that was just me growing up, and changes happening to my body that are perfectly natural. But there was things in magazines that I was reading that was like, you can't have stretch marks, you can't have cellulite, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't have like a bingo wing, you can't have like inner thigh fat. Wrong. Speaking of inner thigh fat, the thigh gap thing. The thigh gap thing is another thing that needs to get put in a dustbin somewhere. and set
I don't
on
want a
fire.
thigh gap.
If you have a thigh gap,
Amazing.
you love your thigh gap. Your thigh
Yeah.
gap is beautiful. I don't have a thigh gap.
Yeah.
If I wear shorts that are too short, I get chub rub.
Yeah.
That's
oh God,
okay.
Yeah.
That's
oh, yeah,
fine.
The chafe is real.
But as a teenager, I was like beaten over the
Yeah.
metaphorically beaten over the head with the fact that having a thigh gap was something that you had to
needed
have.
to have. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
it's so damaging.
And it goes through like, I feel like shapes and sizes. It's like a fashion thing.
You've got to try and get past the thing that
Yeah. Like it's
the
literally
fashionable body shape.
Yeah.
You've just got to love
who you are.
who you are.
And do
for
you know
you.
what as well? It's okay not. Do you know sometimes it's okay not to love it. It's okay to go
Yes.
through a relationship. It's
Yeah.
okay to go up and down. It's okay to one day look in the mirror and go, oh.
But that's true for every
Yeah.
size. I think like I could get down to a size 10 and I'd still feel
Yeah.
like
of
I'd
course.
have those days.
Yeah. And that is fine, and that is
Yes.
that is okay. But it's a process, and as long as you know that your body is beautiful, because one, it's your body, and it's how you survive through life, and two, you know, whatever shape you are, you know, big boobs, small boobs, you know, fat legs, small legs, anything, big bum, small bum, it's yours, and that's what
Yes.
makes you unique, and that's what makes you you.
And nobody else is going to be you.
No.
Everybody else is taken.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to be somebody else, you may as well just be yourself. I think that's a really nice way to end. So
It's been great.
thank you for being on my channel. So please go and follow Esmee on social media.
Oh,
follow the
thanks.
Flat21 Instagram
Yes.
page. I'll put all the social links for everything below. As usual, please, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
And I will have plenty more videos with some very lovely guests coming up for you guys very, very soon.
Yes.
See you soon, guys.